All right, let's see if we. Hey, I'm live now. Let's see here. Let's see, my brother. Yes, sir. We are live. That's what it says here. It says we're live. Okay. Let me see if we're live on YouTube. Okay. See if we're live on YouTube. Let's see. Okay. Charlotte is live on YouTube also. Yes, sir. We are live. We are live. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down because we don't want any background noise. Okay. Very good. Beautiful. Are you ready, Joe? I'm ready. Ready, my brother. Okay. All right. We are ready, my brother. Awesome. Happy Sunday. It's a little after 9 o'clock, and we are here at the train depot. We've done a lot of stuff this week. We got a hold of some G scale trains, right, Joe? Yes, sir. Some beautiful G scale trains. Yes, sir. We did get a hold of those. We put up a video on it, and what else did we do? Yesterday, I went to Goat Hill Junction Railroad in Costa Mesa, man, and that was a blast. I got a video coming up on that, um, and I don't think Joe's going to make it out there today, but maybe next month, because Goat Hill Junction opens every third weekend of every month, provided the weather permitting in the area, which for the most part, Southern California, yeah, you're gonna have good weather year round. So my wife and I went out there and we checked it out, and it's awesome. You know, you've got like 6 locomotives running, lot of people, all ages, lots of little kids. The place is like, I'm gonna say at least 20 some acres big. It's huge. When you ride that, it takes anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes, depending on what train you use or ride on. It's a 12 to 15-minute ride on that property, and it's all volunteer work. And man, those guys and ladies do an amazing job keeping that place up, because that place is it's just massive, and you have to have an upkeep on it, otherwise this stuff's not going to work. But the I don't think they have a turntable, but the place where uh, they do all the maintenance for the locomotives are it's pretty amazing. They've got at least, what I saw was maybe 10 to 12 tables where you lift this heavy engine all the way to the top, and then you work on it at eye level, or just you don't have to bend over to work on that stuff. But they jack these things up to this table, and it's on a rail, and man, it's impressive. I want to do an extensive video with Joe, at that place, because man, I mean, that's just taking it to the next level. I mean, G scale is beautiful, but when you're actually sitting down riding one of those things in miniature, dang, watch out. What kind of engine, Charlie? Is it steam engine or electric? What is it? Well, some of them are gas powered, some of them are electric powered, and then some of them are steam. The steam engines are steam. You know, they run on coal. Yeah, they run on coal. It's the real thing. It's just miniaturized. When those are there's probably a company that has made them in the past, but I think some of that stuff is scratch built, or these are trains that have been around for a very long time. They've been handed over, from generation to generation, or sold from one member to another member. I'm telling you, it's impressive. You look at those little steam engines, man, and you're like, whoa, you gotta you, you, yeah, take you about 100 years to make. Probably take you 100 years to make something like that. I don't know how fast you can make a train in that scale. I'm assuming that there's I'm assuming that there's a company that sells you a kit to make one of those. Like a short kit plans, and then you just do the rest, and then they give you the basics, and then you work off of that. So maybe they sell you something that will, that'll, when you build it, it will work, it'll run, but then you have to add on all the other details to the train. The railing, the lighting. Maybe you have to make your own cow catcher. I don't know. I don't, honestly, I don't know anything about that stuff. Um, but what I do know is that we had a blast doing that. That was a good time. That was definitely a good time. Well, let me see who's live with me. It says we got three. We got three people with us. Let's see. We got three. No one. No one's chatted as of yet. Yeah, it's kind of early. I mean, it's kind of early for us. It's 9:23 here on the West Coast, and 12 o'clock over on the East Coast. And maybe people are just getting out of church right now. But they can catch up. You guys can catch up with this thing. I'm showing you guys today what we have here today. Is the Alco 430 USA Express locomotive. I've got two of those. We've got the Batman car, the Superman car, Wonder Woman's car, and the Shazam car. So we're going to showcase those today. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. I am going to do a more professional video. Let me see what happened. You got lost. Anyways, so gonna go ahead and start running it. Let's just start running this thing. This USA Express runs really nice. I'm gonna run it slow. And get this thing around the track. It is another gorgeous one that we have here at Charlie's Train Depot, and just want to show you how just very, very unique. I'm thinking DC Comics told Tyco, hey, we want to do a series. We want to do a series of boxcars. And let's see. Okay. And let's get you guys to do it, because we want to sell more of our products, more comic books. And there you go. Let's run it at about 45%. 45% throttle's good. Oh, Mr. Curtis Drake. I'm glad you're on board. We finally got Mr. Curtis Drake here with us. We got Papa John's Trains, big hit. And man, I'm excited to see the rest of the gang showing up when we go live here. Again, we did go to Goat Hill Junction Railroad yesterday, and we rode on those miniature trains. I was stoked. I want to do more videos out there. I want to be able to just set something up where I want to interview some of the club members. Just went out there to kind of do a little sneak peek, find out, hey, what's really going on, because I've never been there. And come to find out, it is free. They do appreciate a donation, and man, it is well worth it to take out, to go out there. You could be any age and enjoy that. I saw old people, I saw little kids, and I saw a lot of smiling faces out there. It was beautiful.
Beautiful, Charlie.
It was absolutely beautiful to see. They had a Rio Grande, like an SD9. They had a what was it? Santa Fe. It's that orange or the yellow and red with a bonnet on it, but it was an SD 40-2. The Santa Fe. There was a merger there. Remember that merger that they had? I think I got one there on the rack somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
And man, it was absolutely fun. Totally recommend it. You could take a lunch out there, and then if you want to walk around the property, you can. There's trails for you to walk, and you got to be careful when the train goes by, obviously. But they allow you to walk out there, and I'm thinking personally, because it's already June out here, so everything's kind of dry now. But I'm thinking around April and May, the grass is still green out there, and the grass is really tall, so it gives the whole property, as you're going through it, a whole different perspective. It's more beautiful. There's those field flowers that are out there, and it's just you get to really see the nature and all that. We saw a couple squirrels running around, and those squirrels out there, they know you're not going to mess with them. They're like, here's another group of foamers running around here in this on my property. So but it's really fun. If you want to spend an hour out there, that's fine. If you want to spend all day out there, that's fantastic. Because once you get on one train, here comes another one, or you could wait for like the steam one to come around, and then you get on the one that has the steam engine, and then there's like a switcher. You can get on that one. You can get on the big like SD Max 70s, like those really big long ones for freight. And then they have I want to say they had like a GP38. They had a GP38. They had an SD40. I mean, it was like, wow. Southern Pacific. They had a whole bunch of liveries of the different.
Did they have any classic looking ones like my train that I just got? Similar to that?
They had a steam locomotive there. I didn't get on that one because all I did was go there to get just kind of an idea of what to do the next time I go down there, where to film, and then try to interview some people next time, and give it a little bit more an extensive, give it kind of that Hill Hauser, discovering California's gold. Remember that guy? Remember Hill Hauser?
Yeah.
He used to go all over California and find these little, the little places that nobody knew that they were there, and that guy was great, man. That guy, he had a knack. He had a real good knack.
He did everything for recycling cars, to go glass, and what we're talking about, that guy did everything, Charlie, all around California,
bro. Yeah. He definitely showed you parks and places to go eat and places that had a lot of a lot of history here in California. Up and down the state, and he's passed away since, I think he died maybe 5-6 years ago, maybe even longer. But he still has, they still show his programs they still show his programs on TV, on the off channels. But this little guy here, this USA Express locomotive is running really nice. I haven't run it in a while. I mean, like I said, I haven't run a whole lot of these in a while, but we got the Batman car here in front, and we've got the Superman car to follow, and we got the Wonder Womans, and we got the Shazam. Yes, sir. And then I threw a just a Tyco caboose at the very end there,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to have it. But man, this little guy here, he's moving nicely. So
So,
I will do a video, with a little bit more detail on it. And let's see here, Mr. Curtis Drake. What's he saying here?
where's Curtis?
Let's see here. Sounds like the Illinois Railway Museum, the biggest rail museum in the Americas. Is that in the Chicago area? Um, Clintonville Model Railroad. I don't know, guys. All I know is that the Goat Hill Junction Railroad is here in Costa Mesa, Southern California, and they open for the public every third weekend of the month. And it's free. They do accept donations. If you're a club member, I guess there's times during the week, all through the month, where you get to do the maintenance of the tracks, and then you lay new track. I mean, you should see this place. It's massive. It's all miniature. There is no full scale locomotives there. It's all miniature.
Yeah.
But it has four main tracks. It drops down. There's crossover. There's a bridge. There's no waterfalls in the area, but it's impressive. The size of that place is really impressive.
Wow.
So Clintonville Model Railroad says that the Illinois Railway Museum is one of the biggest here in Chicago, or it's near Chicago, outside of Chicago. I'll have to let my neighbor know my next door neighbor know about it, Travis, because he's going to go see his daughter for a couple of weeks, and I may as well tell him, hey, why don't you check out that museum and get some video for me, right?
Yeah.
Go get me some video, check it out, and see what they got.
Yeah.
That way we can share that video with you guys. And man, this is just absolutely beautiful. Let me bring this thing around here. Let me show you this thing around here. Let me bring this guy around.
Beautiful. Look at that, Charlie.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
I love it. Man.
Look at that. Look at the colors on it. I mean, I'll tell you what, man. I wish Tyco was still around. This is definitely like entry level model railroading. What is wrong with that? Absolutely nothing. A lot of people talk down Tyco and Lifelike, and I don't believe in that. I believe that if you're going to get into model railroading, get into this stuff first to find out if you really, really want to get into it. That way, you don't spend all this money, and then it's like, well, now I got to sell it, and I don't want it, or it gets put in the closet somewhere. Look at the stuff that we got this weekend, Joe, from our friend John. John, he loves trains, but he goes, I'm not going to run this stuff, and so therefore he let it go, and Joe bought it from him.
Yeah, I gotta take care of John pretty soon, Charlie.
Yeah, we got to take care of John for sure.
We're gonna take care of John pretty soon.
So, but yeah, check out that video that we put out a couple days ago. I think I put it out yesterday or the day before, and it's just absolutely beautiful stuff. The plans that Joe has for his front yard that has that waterfall, and he's already thinking about those bridges going across the waterfall and crisscrossing and the overpass, underpass. It's just going to be like a miniature Disneyland. There is a man out here in the city of Placentia, or Brea. I think it's Placentia. I think it's Placentia. He has a backyard garden train that I want to reach out to him, and I want to do a video with him. I want to interview him, and most of all, we want to learn how to power something like that in the backyard, because I'm thinking that there's going to have to be boosters along the way throughout that track. You just can't plug in. You can't plug in an MRC Tech 3 remote and then say, oh yeah, power this thing, 200 feet away. 200 feet. It ain't gonna happen. The train's gonna go. Nope. I ain't got enough to. I ain't got enough to get this power going. And so that's what we got. But let's see here. We got more comments from Clintonville. He's on fire here. Let's see here. Tell him to. Okay, so I'm going to tell my neighbor to plan for at least a full day, maybe even 2. That's how big that place is.
Yes.
Unbelievable. That is how big that place is. Yep. Let's see here. What's killing the hobby is missing sets like what's running. Yes. They don't make sets anymore. And that was the big thing that Tyco did. You know, of course, the lesser quality lifelike. But if you look at the early lifelike stuff, that stuff wasn't bad. I've got some older lifelike locomotives that they're pretty solid. I took them out of the box thinking, oh, this isn't going to run. And put it on the track, fired right up, and ran even better after it did a couple of loops around. And it felt solid. It felt heavy. Yeah, that older lifelike stuff was really good. The stuff they did in the 90s, it was starting to get to that real cheap plastic, and you know, it was actually brittle. It would break real easy. You know, these Tyco shells, believe it or not, man, these here, you could stretch the heck out of them when you're trying to pull out the trucks or the fuel tank. You know, when you're servicing them, that plastic ain't gonna break for nothing. I mean, you literally have to drop. You have to literally drop it with everything in it and get weight behind it to break that plastic. Tyco, I have to give them that. They had a good. They did it with a good plastic. But I'm just so amazed at the colors of these box cars, you know, and the scheme. And Tyco said, "Look, guys, when they got hired by, or when they got contracted by DC Comics to do these, and like, hey, look, this is what we're gonna do. What do you think?" And I don't know how many prototypes they had beforehand, but man, the finished product here is spot on. I love this thing. Yeah.
Speaking of prototypes, if you had a small Wonder Woman, you could put that clear one in the front. That would be perfect. That would have been perfect. How you have it set up right now for the front, for the main engine in the front.
The main engine.
You have.
Well,
remember Wonder Woman had a clear airplane.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Oh dang, I didn't think about that. Hey, now you got something. I should run. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that later on. I'll run the Wonder Woman with the clear locomotive later on. I'll do a video on that for sure. Before I break this down. And today I just used I used the small Tyco scene layout today, only because I really wanted to focus on the box cars. And I did want to run it with the USA Express locomotive and then the red caboose in the back, the 689, because hey, it's as American as you can get, right?
That's
America.
Right. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, brother.
Yes, sir. All right.
Right.
Let's see. Clintonville says I even do that on my HO scale. I have like 8 feeds for my 4.5 by 10 foot layout. Wow.
Beautiful. Wow.
That is beautiful. And then Curtis says that they have a Heston Steam Museum and New York Central Museum, so he has access to that. Well, hey guys, if you ever get some video, send it down to me. I'll say, hey, look, I'll give you the credit for it, and I'll post it up and say, hey, look, these guys that are here with us in the channel are always, giving us some good tips, and they wanted to share this video with us, and we're sharing it with you guys. And man, this is it's exciting. I'm really motivated. I really got motivated with that whole G scale stuff. How's the table doing? Let's talk about the table, Joe. What do you got?
The table.
What do you got?
Three.
How close are we now?
I got to make a couple more clips to hold all the rest of the pieces. I just 3D printed it, and that's it. I just got to copy what I did with the other table.
Okay.
And then the single table's pretty much in. Once I laminate it, I'll be able to bring it. Once I laminate it and paint it, that's it.
So we're gonna laminate it.
Yeah.
Now we're laminating it to keep it from warping, right?
I got planners much faster. And the other planners that I have, they're too slow and they don't come out as much as the new one that I have. And it's getting there. We're almost there, you guys.
All right.
Do a video showing you what the progress is, Charlie. And then the lettering too, the cycle lettering.
So here's the deal here. I want to invite you guys to check out Clintonville Model Railroad and check out his channel, because I believe that he might have some very interesting things for us to look at. Check out that layout that he has, and see what awesome stuff people have done with their this is as basic as you get. I mean, more basic as this is just a circle. That's it. Yeah. The old infamous circle that goes around the tree.
Yep.
That's about as basic as it gets, right? And then you do an expansion, a couple straights in the center, breaks up that circle. And then you go a little bit further, and then you start adding a switch, and then an inner turn. And you go from there, and then you throw a couple of spurs to the side, and then now you got a little yard going, and that's how you do. That's how it goes. I mean, my Chattanooga Express diesel, it was just a circle. And I went down to Toys R Us, and I think, I'm not lying to you, back then it was like for $2 you can get like a whole bunch of straight track. And then I started the oval from there, and then I added I think I got a crossing signal guide, and then I got this crane. This is one of the first accessories that I got, this crane here. That's why I always use this crane. Yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool to see this stuff expand. I didn't have a Tyco Scene map layout when I was a kid, but I did my own. I had my dad gave me that 4x8 piece of plywood, and then from there I painted it green, and I laid that track down, and then I expanded from that point on, and it was over, man. I was hooked. But yeah.
You got me hooked now.
Yep. So.
You got me hooked now.
But you see, you going with the big boy stuff, though. See.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you do that garden thing, because I want to get a G scale locomotive, and I want to run it on your track.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be all bridges, Charlie, because I have a lot of rock. It's gonna have to go around. I have no flat surfaces.
Yep.
It's gonna be all up in the air.
It's gonna be in the air, suspended. It's gonna be a suspended railroad. It's gonna be a suspended railroad. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, let's see here. It's neat. I love toy trains. You are looking at the studio where you shoot some films. I started my layout in December. I only have 8 running locomotives so far. Well, Clintonville, you've got a long ways to go. But here's the thing. Once you get a running track, you can enjoy that track while you're doing everything else around it. That's the beauty of model railroading. You don't have to finish the landscaping. You know, you can be work. It's a work in progress. It's always going to be a work in progress, and it's probably always something that'll never be finished because you can always add a little something to it, or you go, well, you know, I kind of don't like that anymore. Let me kind of, you know, do this. I'll improve here. I'll improve there. I'll add this and take that away. And that's model railroading. It's always going to keep you busy.
Yeah, always something.
Always something going on. Yep, no doubt about it.
Always something, Charlie.
That was Holland. Woo! Woo woo! Look at that guy.
I love it, Charlie.
I don't like to run him that fast though. Poor little guy. Poor little guy. Okay, here we go. All right, slow down. Slow her down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there. Okay, I'll stop it right here. I'll stop it right there. Okay. All right. But anyways, let's see what I got going on here. Let me bring down my timer. I got about 32 minutes into this one. What I want to do, folks, due to my time constraint, is I want to shoot some video, some close-ups, some of those angles you guys like to see, and you know, especially these, because these here, the graphics on these box cars are just really, really cool.
Yeah,
I was fortunate enough to buy these from a guy who he never really messed with them. The wheels were basically like super clean. They weren't handled by a kid. I bought all four of them at once. I think I got all four of these at that time because they were kind of jumping up in price. Especially that Batman one. The Batman one is the one that was a little bit harder to find. But when I saw all four of these together, I said, I'm gonna have to get all four of these. I don't want to find a good one and then find one that's not as good and then find one cosmetically, you know, it's got some scratches or something like that. But these four here are pretty darn close to like, you know, brand new. So I just said, no, let me snag. I want to say I paid $90 for four of them, for the four back then. I don't know what they're worth right now. You know, they're like comic books. You know, sometimes a comic book will be $500 one month, and then it'll be $5 the next, and then it'll go back to $1,500 the month after that. It's just kind of weird. So I've been eyeballing the Western Pacific GP20 diesel engines, and they've been kind of going up a little bit in price too. People are asking for that kind of price.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're selling for that price that they're asking for, but I'm like, ugh. You're probably better off getting lucky at somebody's garage sale that doesn't know any better, and you know, you buy it for $5-10, you know, and that'd be that would be crazy. But yeah, check out again Clintonville. He's texting away here, man. He's excited. Yes, sir. Yeah. But no, I'm glad that we're able to see Curtis Drake here live with us. Um, he's been posting some comments on my short videos, and I had one. It was a funny one. He's like, you know, because I had the layout up there in the coffee table upstairs, and he's like, hey, do you have to put that stuff away when you know, when the wife comes back home or something like that? I'm like, damn right. I better. No. Yeah.
I'll pick up all those boxes on the floor, take them most of the room.
Yeah. No. She's cool. She's cool about it.
Right, that's good.
Yeah, no, she's cool about it. But anyways, yeah.
Cool. I like that. That's true though.
That's a good one. That's definitely a good one for sure. So hey guys, I'm open for suggestions. If you guys got a suggestion, you guys got a request, I may have it. I probably do have it. So if you're looking for something specific in Tyco, let me know. and I'll try to do a video on it. I've got a whole bunch of Tyco steam engines that I haven't even run yet. And I don't even know if I don't even know if they were on because they're still in the box. So honestly, I got about 2 years worth of videos to do easily, and we're gonna try to pump these out, as fast as we can. I'm getting ready to retire and then do another part-time job, but I'll have a little bit more time to get some of these videos out and do a little bit more traveling and go see some train museums and enjoy the rest of what I got left, whatever that may be, right? So, anyways, let's see here. Let's go here in the front here. So yeah, drop in your comments. Let me know. We'll try to get these out for you. I'm trying to get Joe down here. I'm trying to get Joe down here to like be live with me, not just like, oh, I'm on the phone and blah blah blah. But he's 30 some miles away, so he got to make the time. He got to make the time Sunday morning, so he ain't going nowhere. Casino open 24 hours. He can go to casino. He can go to the casino afterwards. Casino open 24 hours. Charlie's Train Depot, we're not open 24 hours. Yeah, we only open in the morning. Yes, sir. Yep. Yes, somebody's eating dirt. Who's eating dirt? Just a teenage rail fan. I love it. I love it. There's nothing wrong with eating dirt. So I hear. I mean, I ate dirt as a kid, right? Did you eat dirt as a kid, Joe? Like, yeah, we all eat dirt.
I used to eat ass too, I won't lie.
Oh. Dang. All right. Yes, sir.
Yes. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love it.
Charlie, tell everybody if you can keep an eye out for that caboose that we've been looking for. What's it called? The really rare one?
Oh, yeah. Well, here, yeah. So Joe's talking about the Western Pacific Tyco caboose.
Yes.
Good luck trying to find that thing, because
if anybody sees one, let us know, please.
I only saw it once, and I saw it for $300, and I should have jumped on it.
We should have got it, Charlie.
Or you never know. Like I said, you go to these, these yard sales or these estate sales, and you got, grandpa's, or dad's trains that he's had in that attic for so long, in mint condition in the box still, that he only ran, maybe didn't even run it. So, yeah. If you guys ever get a hold of one of those, let us know.
If you guys can help us out, it's going to go to a good home and it'll be taken care of. And we'll make sure that we keep this hobby going, you guys.
Yeah. Well, we got that one. What was the other one? The other one that's really hard to find, Joe. The one that you got me. It was the.
You showed me, Charlie.
Yeah. Which one was that? It was the.
Oh man.
I forgot which one it was.
I have it on my phone, but every time I go on eBay, I look for it. I get the picture out and look for it.
Yeah, see Clinton Model Railroad saying, yeah, he goes, definitely go to resales and antique shops. Sometimes you'll find that stuff there. So one of these days, I'm just gonna start looking for estate sales and just see what's going on.
Yeah.
But
that sounds about right, Charlie.
We're gonna go check it out. We're gonna definitely check it out for sure.
Yeah, for sure. The next train depot that they have, Charlie, over here, the one that I missed.
Yeah.
I want to go for sure. Maybe we'll find it thereabouts. Maybe. I don't know.
You never know. You never know.
That would be amazing, Charlie.
You never know. Yeah, that Western Pacific. That's the unicorn. What do they call it? Unicorn.
Yeah.
Or
a unicorn, brother.
That's a unicorn, for sure.
Yeah,
yes,
sir. We find it. Oh man, that's a gem right there.
Yep, that most certainly is. So, anyways. All right, guys. Well, that's a wrap. It's almost 10 o'clock here on the West Coast, and we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it a day. I am gonna do some videos on this, get that squared away. I'll put that out tonight. I do have at 5 o'clock Pacific time. I do have the Goat Hill video that I made, and that's going to be what we did yesterday, and kind of give you an idea of the property and the trains that are on there. You'll if you're out here, you'll probably want to go check that out for sure. So, what else, Joe? What else we got? The table. Talk to me.
Get that table done. It's almost done, you guys.
All right, the table's almost done.
It's taking a while, but my time gets away from me sometimes, and when I do catch up, it's a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot. Most of it is designing it and then printing, and then sometimes I'll get dyslexic and print stuff backwards. I have to redo it again. And it's a lot of time, you guys, printing. It's a lot of designing and a lot of measuring and adjusting, and just to get it just right. And then when you get it just right, then you want to make it better. So it just takes more time. But it's going to be beautiful, you guys. You guys are going to love it. I promise you.
All right. Hey, Joe.
You guys are going to love it.
So we got Clintonville Model Railroad. He's going to go live at 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
Okay, perfect.
So,
send me the link, Charlie.
so you just go to YouTube and type in Clintonville Model Railroad. He will go live, and I will join him at 1 p.m. his time. Okay. And he's also asking if the Western Pacific caboose is the red one with the white lines. No, it is silver with orange, with an orange stripe and black lettering.
Yes.
That's the one. Now, I have a Western Pacific, but it's like an Athearn, or is it an Athearn, or what's the other company? AMH or something like that? AHM?
Yeah.
Yeah, AHM, I think. It's one of those two. It's not a Tyco. It's not that caboose right there. That cupola. It's not a cupola caboose. But that Western Pacific is a cupola in silver with a orange stripe and black lettering. And good luck finding that one. If you find that one, whoo, that is a major hit there. Major hit. But okay. That's a delicious one right there. You get that one?
That's a super delicious
woo,
one right there.
That's gonna be fine. So anyways, okay folks, we're gonna sign off. We're out of here. Don't forget, Clintonville Model Railroad today at 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Go check him out. Goodbye to our friend Curtis, who's always been a big hit, big supporter.
Yeah, thanks,
Papa John's again was another contributor today.
All right,
And let's see. Who else was on here today? That was it for the people making comments. Oh, and of course, Just a Teenage Rail Fan. He was eating dirt today, so I hope that was tasty, delicious, and nutritious. And I don't know what brought that up, but apparently he liked eating dirt. So, all right, very good. Yeah. We didn't get to see our South African friend who's working on her truck, and I guess maybe she's doing some stuff out there. But anyways, okay.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Thanks for being with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or just like.
Yes.
And we will catch you, I'm going to say, next Sunday.
Next Sunday, Charlie.
Next Sunday. I'm thinking next Sunday about the same time. We'll go live. During the week, we'll try to get some more videos out for you. The short videos are a big hit, so we'll try to put those out. We do have some other videos we put out here that we're putting out today, and we put out yesterday and the day before. Check those out. And recommend a channel. Stay safe this week. There's a lot of stuff going on in our country, and it's just kind of getting weird on us, right? But hey, that's how it is. And just stay patriotic. That's all I got to say about that.
That's right.
Without getting too political, let's do the right thing. All right.
Absolutely.
So okay, we'll catch you on the next live video here at Charlie's Train Depot.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Joe and I say, have a good one. and we'll catch you later.
Charles.
All right. Bye, guys.